Good evening, everybody. It's Mike with On Point Preparedness. My readers will know that I posted the importance of a lockpick kit for your urban survival bag. Obviously, it's a stealthy way of getting where you need to be, whether it's getting through gates or doors, but also for scavenging if you want to look through lockers and things of that nature in an SHTF scenario. Obviously, don't do anything illegal with this. Lockpick sets are about as cheap as $14 plus shipping, which really isn't a huge price to pay. But I wanted to show you guys an awesome company called ReadyMan, which is giving away free lockpick sets that are in the form of this laser etched or machine etched wallet size card. It is free. I think it's only $3 shipping and handling, and I wanted to show you that it does work. And actually, I favor this. You can see I took some of the pieces apart already, but super thin but super strong. I'm not sure what type of metal they use for this, but it definitely works. And I am more likely to carry this on my person in my wallet than having one of those pouch size, almost pocket size pouches of lockpick sets. I'm just not going to have that with me at all times. So this is a very practical EDC kit, and I have two examples that I'm going to demonstrate it on. One is it's a very small lock, and this is for a Mossberg shotgun safety lock. And then I have more of a traditional deadbolt lock. What this comes with, it actually comes with more than just your lockpick tools, which I'll get into in a minute. It has a handcuff shim. I have to admit I've never used a handcuff shim before, so I can't demonstrate that one. Comes with a little mini saw, and then I had to look on their website. I'm not exactly sure what this is, but it might be a shim. Could also be used as a needle. But what I really wanted to focus on today was a skill set that I'm somewhat familiar with. I'm not a pro, but it's the lock picking. It comes with 3 tools. So you have this tool, which you see like a little wave at the end. That's called a rake, and I'll be using that on the Mossberg. You also have just a pick, and then you have a tension wrench. And this tension wrench, I bent it. It comes in the card completely flat, and all you do is you just wiggle this out, and to bend it, you can just stick it into the lock and then basically bend it backwards so you can get that 90-degree turn on there. So if you're not familiar with the principles of lock picking, I will have a link to an article that I did a couple weeks ago talking about the physics of it and how you can get into it relatively cheap. And this card is definitely one of the cheapest ways you can get into it on the cheap. But then, actually, I would probably get 2 of these. If you really want to be cheap, get one so you can use these tools in practice. But then also get one that you can have in your wallet when you need it, and you don't have to remove the tools from it. So, what you do on this Mossberg one, since it's so small, you put your tension wrench. Well, let me just demonstrate, right? So this is locked. You put your tension wrench into the top here. Yep, let me just get in there a little bit better. And now what you're doing with your thumb is you're pushing clockwise. So you're putting tension on the cylinder against the hull, and the pins are stuck in between. Now, this is a very tiny lock, and when you try to pick it with this tool, that actually won't fit. So this little rake actually comes in handy. Now the rake is something where you go back and forth very lightly and then progressively rake downwards, and it's really just meant to not necessarily vibrate the pins into place, but sort of. It's not really bump key, but sort of the same aspect where It's just doing broad strokes across the pins to try to get them to set into place. Whereas the pick is very precise. You're pushing down precise pin after pin. But again, I couldn't get that pick to fit in there, so I'm just going to show you this one. So I'm putting pressure with my left thumb, just very gently pushing and raking these pins. And there you go. So watch. There goes the hull. And ta-da. So if you've never lockpicked before and you just witnessed how easy that is, it sure as hell makes you feel a lot less secure in the world. Sure, someone can kick your door open, but someone can just pick your lock on your locker or anything like that and just get into it in a matter of seconds. So there, I just reset the lock. So that's that one. I'm actually pretty happy that I got that open so quick because I haven't actually practiced in a while. So now here's something that will probably be a little bit more difficult. This is just a traditional deadbolt on a house. And you know, between these two, I think this one was a 4-pin, this is a 5-pin. You can see there's a lot more room inside this one to put the actual pick. So I may have to do another take on this one if it takes me a while, because I haven't really tried or practiced on this one. But same thing, you're gonna get that tension wrench in there and just put some very light pressure, and then get your pick, and I'm just gonna put it right on the first pin and just gently push it down. And if it's going up and down with ease, it means there's no tension on it between the cylinder and the hull. So I'm just gonna move down to the next pin. That's one still springy. Next one, that one's still springy. Next one, that one's a little difficult. I think that one might be under pressure. And the last one, yeah, the last one's a little tricky. Let me just go back in. I think I almost got it. There. Okay, so here we go. There we go. I just spun the lock and unlocked it. And this side was turning the whole while. So, $3 to get your lock pick set. You can just buy it just to try it out and see if it's something that you'd like to get into. Again, very invaluable skill when you talk about the urban setting. I have really not found any flaws with this kit. You know, anytime you see something on the internet and it's like, oh, it's free, you tend to think it might be a scam. But the only thing that I have found with this kit that it's really not even a flaw, it's just something inherently that you have to deal with, and it's not really gonna prevent you from picking locks, is because this is thin and because some of these hulls are under a lot of tension depending on how old they are and everything, you may find that it's very difficult, even with a key, to turn this hull. And so this thin little piece of metal, as you can, let me try and get that in camera. See how it's actually bent a little bit. I need to bend this back into shape. But if you encounter a lock that has a very stiff cylinder in the hull, and you try to turn this, you're basically gonna bend your tension wrench out of shape. Now, again, all a tension wrench is just a 90-degree piece of metal, so you could probably find a substitute. If you see some of the MacGyver things where you get hairpins and whatnot and turn them into lockpick sets, you can do that. But again, that is hardly a flaw with this kit. But be aware, if you have a a lock where the hull is very stiff, this will happen. And in that case, I'd say go ahead, maybe beef up your kit with a stronger tension wrench. But still, $3, awesome. Guys at Ready Man are awesome for giving this away for such a cheap price. And they do have some additional cards where they have some spear tips and other things. And I grabbed some of those, and I'll be doing some more videos on those ones as well. So pick one up and learn the art of lock picking. You won't regret it. Thanks for watching On Point Preparedness, guys. See ya.